Hello, hello, hello. So today is the day 2 of Instagram school. We are gonna dive into content creation and see what type of contents they are and talk about how you can find more content. So let's go. Objectives. So we are gonna understand the different frameworks to creating and engaging content in order to build interest for your products, services, and gain more organic sales. And also discover the efficiency of content batching. If you listen to any of my classes, took any of my classes before, I'm sure you're familiar with content batching. What does this mean? This means that you create content enough for maybe a whole month or enough for maybe for 3 months, depending on what you want to accomplish with your campaign. But the whole main reason is for you to make sure that you already have everything prepared as far as your visual content, your captions, and your hashtags all ready to go. And you need to schedule these to post so that you are consistent. So, why is content important? Content is necessary to stand out in the digital media. Content is your number one tool as a brand to connect with your customer without always yelling buy now or sell today. Content is where you show value and make your brand more desirable for the targeted audience. And also content is what makes the buyer's journey. Whether or not you are the face of your product, business, or brand, content allows you to humanize your brand to build awareness, engage relevant audience, and convert. So we're going to look at the graphic content, the visual content. Make sure to go with these 3 rules, okay? And social media, you need to make sure your visual content is valuable, it's aesthetic, and is simple. These are very important because it needs to grab the attention of your targeted audience at first sight. And types of visual content are videos, photographs, infographics, charts, screenshots, graphics, community content. Let me explain. So videos, there's a side note there. It says with the caption. So obviously, if your video is pretty self-explanatory without the sound on, that is fine. However, if you are talking in a video for Instagram, you need to make sure you have captions because Instagram is designed to use without a volume, without the sound up. So a lot of people are scrolling down, even in stories, not just your feed posts, but even in stories. A lot of people scrolling without listening, without the sound on. So if you have the captions, this is going to grab their attention. They will at least know what you're talking about and they can turn the sound on. But this is the reason why it's recommended that you have captions on. So what is valuable content? Valuable content is informational content based on your niche, your products, or your services, and also interest of your target audience. So valuable content, I divide in 3 categories. These are emotional, educational, and entertaining. As long as you have one of these 3 categories, you should have engagement with the targeted audience. Obviously, it needs to be relevant to your niche. Um, I'm thinking most of you that are in this class are going to need educational content more than the other ones. So I would do 80% educational and 20% emotional and entertaining. Emotional also will work for any type of spiritual coaching business and things like that as well. Um, so think about these things and make sure you have at least one of these things in the content you are giving. So we are going to look at calendar content. What is calendar content? It is the event-based content. This is built around calendar dates which are relevant to your brand. This could be holiday sales, promotions, important days of the year, big industry news, trending events, current events. This could be timely announcements like your new products and new launch dates. Could be football season, back to school season, and things like that. So here's community content. I am asked a lot about what is community content. So community content is the content that makes your target audience want to report and share. This is the basically relevant content to them. This could be inspirational quotes about the industry, or what your audience's regarding your audience's limiting beliefs or objections, or anything that picks them up. It could be some graphics that they may also relate to, some charts. It could be some memes relevant to your niche or relevant to your audience. And also it could be some tips. To give you an example, it could be, you see sometimes small businesses on Instagram put a post up saying how to support small businesses, like, share, save, comment. So this is something most of the small businesses will like, and they'll be like, oh yeah, exactly, someone made something for this, so um let me share this, because that's how I feel as a small business, right? So those are all community content. If you can think of anything else, please let us know. I'd like to give more examples. What is icebreaker content? Icebreaker content is the content that builds quick and easy engagements and interactions with your customer. I recommend this for Instagram stories because it's short to the point. And you can do ask me anything, you can do polls, you can do quizzes, you can do comment with emoji, GIF, or one word, you can do yes, no questions. There are, in your stories, there are different emojis and different GIFs for these things. And what this does is, sometimes, believe it or not, it may be too much for your audience to comment you or share it or things like that to engage. So this is basically a very quick way of engaging them, because when you do a poll or quiz, it's usually like they just gotta click on a button or a dial or something like that. So it makes it easier for them. What you can do is, if you get any engagement from these, you can always DM them and say, hey, I saw you were interested in this. Um, maybe, I mean, build relationships. Don't start offering your product or services right away, obviously, but build relationships. Ask them about why they asked this question, or why did they select this answer, and things like that. Now, comment with emoji and GIF or one word. This is something kind of fun. Um, I've seen this done on actually Facebook with a GIF before, with emoji and one word. You can do that on Instagram, but with the GIF on Facebook, I saw where someone said, GIF the dance contest with a GIF. So everybody started putting a GIF or some, funny dances. And it was really, really, you know, entertaining. It's funny and it's fun. So if you want to do anything like that, especially for entertaining content, you can use these strategies. We are moving on to convertible content. Convertible content is the content that creates the gap. What does this mean? This is the most important content that is going to actually make your audience want to buy your product or service. This is the content that creates awareness. This is the content that creates urgency, and this is the content that creates the need. Sometimes when you see the post about uh, uh, sale and soon, or limited time only, or limited amount on limited quantity only, and things like that, this is to create urgency. Or it could be, let's say, you are making a body butter for eczema relief, right? um so this is not just a body butter. You're not selling the body butter, you're selling eczema relief, right? So you're going to create this awareness with people, with your target audience, and you're going to talk about things like, um you know did you know that store-bought products have chemicals in them that can flare up your eczema? Now you're creating me awareness, right? Because I know now that, hey, store-bought products are not good. I need something more natural. And then it can say, hey, you need something more natural, and uh, uh, our body butter is all natural without any preservatives, any additives in it, and it is great for eczema or whatever. So now I know, I'm aware that store-bought products are not good for me, and I'm aware that I need to buy natural products. Um, and so you now created a need for me to buy natural products, and you also told me how I can buy the natural products. You already are providing it for me. So convertible content is very important. Try to make most of your content convertible to create awareness. This is one of the biggest values here. And core content. This is pretty self-explanatory. Core content is foundational content about your brand that is typically long-term and evergreen. It is educational or informational, content based of your product, keywords, and customer aligned interests. So again, what is evergreen? This is something that was asked to me before. Evergreen is basically content that you create and it lasts forever. It's there all the time. Like, for instance, my YouTube videos that I do some tutorials sometimes and I post it on YouTube, and that's evergreen because it's gonna be always valid, right? Unless it's about a specific platform and that changes. So again, keywords are very important in the core content. Keywords are important everywhere, as you know. So make sure you are using your keywords everywhere on social media as well. And what is core content? We can give some examples of maybe brand values, company mission, product benefits, how to post, tutorials, infographics, behind the scenes, very trendy, case studies, user testimonials, reviews, expert reviews, before and afters, industry facts, and there is a lot more. If you can think of, any more, please let me know in the comments so I can add that to my presentation in the next class. Give me some ideas, please. Here is one of the worksheets that I use. I have made this. This is the best convertible content, basically. So what do I do on my spreadsheet? I write my either product or my service here, and then I make a column for objections, mistakes, myths, limiting beliefs, hot tips, inspiration, and social proof. And then I have different lines for either a different audience, um, or I should say niche, right? So let me explain this to give you an example. Product is going to be, in this example, product was my towels. I am a supplier for Smart Towel. So this worksheet was being created for that. Now, the first audience I have, the first niche, I should say, is the space saver. This is for people who like to save space, who have small living spaces, who like organization and efficiency, things like that. So what could be the mistakes they are doing regarding towels, right? That's what I'm thinking. These people with small spaces, what could be their mistakes? One of the number one mistakes could be that they are using thick terry towels, like the traditional terry towels, which are very thick. So I know if you use a smart towel instead of a terry towel, um, basically you can fit 4 terry towels in the same space that you could fit 15 smart towels. So there you go. You are saving a lot of space, right? That's why I'm going to talk about mistakes. So this is one post for me, which is using terry towel mistake for the space saver audience. And then let's look at hot tips. It could be that I am given hot tips for space savers where I am explaining about you can use this as a towel, you can use this as a scarf, you can use it as a beach wrap, a blanket, a tablecloth, blah, blah, blah. So now they know, as a space saver person, as someone who needs this function, I'm also giving them more functions. So now it's like, oh, I am buying a towel but actually it's like getting 5 products at once, and I am saving space. So now you want to buy my towel more. And inspiration, it saves money. How does it save money? Because you are buying 5 products for one. So this is going to be a separate post, right? I'm going to make a post about the, thick tear towels and how much they take up space. I'm going to make another post about hot tips and being multifunctional for the space saver niche. Excuse me. And I am going to make another post about saving money. And then there's a social proof. This is a simple one. I could just put a picture of a linen closet there, with using terry towels and with using the smart towels, and you will see the difference, right? That is perfect social proof. So that will be another post. And let's go down to objections for the efficient mom audience. And this niche, this is for basically women, moms who are on the go, who are busy, who like efficiency and things like that. So what could they be objecting? They could be objecting that these towels are too thin because they're used to thick tear towels, right? What can I do? I can show them a video of how much the tear towels soak up and how much my towels soak up. And that way she will see that the smart towels are soaking up more. So it doesn't matter if it's any thinner. It's actually better that it's thinner because it's saving space. That will be a post. And another post I could do is like, if they think that tear towels are softer because it's more plush, right? I can explain how these towels are all 100% cotton, and there's some that could be mixed with bamboo. So they are soft, and they are actually the most recommended towels for babies and things like that. So that's another post. And then I could talk about hot tips for efficient moms about hypoallergenic towels, right? Because of course mothers they're not gonna want to give anything allergenic to their children. They always, want to give them the most, um, the best, basically. So I can explain that these are 100% cotton. They're naturally 100% hypoallergenic. They're all natural and organic. So now I'm giving them more and more value. And for inspiration, I can also talk about eco-friendly. What is it? You waste less water, you waste less energy while you're washing these towels. This could be, one more thing for them to see the value. And if you move on to the last line there, this is for the hiking and sports audience, basically for that niche, I should say. And objections could be that, hey, it's gonna stay wet in my gym bag. Well, I can show them that one of the biggest features of these towels they're very quick dry. They're quick drying towels, so it's gonna actually uh, stay dry. I mean, it's gonna get dry and it's gonna stay dry in your bag. It's not gonna be like terry towels that would actually stay wet. Mistakes could be that they're leaving a wet terry towel in the bag, and I can again talk about and make another post about how these towels are quick dry and it's better than terry towels because terry towels stay wet in your bag. Myths, they could say that these are not strong because terry towels are thicker. I can show them the strength test, or I can show them that this is 100% cotton and it is very strong. They could have limiting beliefs that it will not soak up enough. It's not going to be enough for them. I could again show them how much it soaks up. I could give them space saver tips. Inspiration, I could tell them, hey, this is a scarf and a towel. Like you can either use it as a towel or maybe after the gym to protect your, I don't know, head or back, or because you're sweaty, you can use it as a towel. And this way it's, taking up a lot less space. Um, and social proof, I can again show a picture of this towel in the gym bag showing that, hey, and another picture with a terry towel in the gym bag and showing the difference, and how big it is and how much less space it takes. So I'm gonna put a link in the comments for this worksheet. You will have a blank worksheet for you to use. So these are some of the tools you can use. The first two tools are like forums, you could say. These are the most asked questions. You can find pretty much any niche, any industry. If you go to azenaarticles.com or quora.com, you can just type in your niche and it will show you a lot of questions that people asked before and the answers to them. Please do not copy the answers. Make sure it's your answers, but basically you can find your titles to your posts from these two. I am now sharing my screen and show you the other tools that we can use. So this is Quora.com. As you see, it's one of the biggest forums on the internet. And I can type in the search bar, let's say eczema relief, since we're going with that, and see what people are asking and see what people are writing about. The specific brand, let's see. Of course, you gotta go through all of them and see if they're relevant to you. Is there a cure for eczema or is there just temporary relief? Great post. You can answer to this question in your post. Is there any antihistamine which gives relief to eczema sufferers? If you don't have much information about antihistamine, you can always look up what it is, and maybe you can talk about, hey, you know, if antihistamine is chemical, it's not good for you or such. But of course, make sure don't go out of your uh, zone of genius. Don't go out of, you know, your specialty. If you don't know, then don't talk about it because you don't want to give any, um, you know, any recommendations. Which treatment is the best for eczema or for quick recovery, allopathy or Ayurveda? Very good. That's a very good question. That's a very niche question because it's talking about Ayurveda. Why does hot water provide instant relief for my eczema? Great. That's kind of too technical. Are there what are the natural ways to treat pneumolar eczema? You can talk about what are the natural ways to treat eczema, right? Which is the best night cream suitable for your dry skin? Great. You can talk about the cream you make, or you know, you can talk about the body butter you make. You can, of course, always modify the questions for yourself. The next one is answer the public. This is kind of funny. Yeah, it's kind of creepy, but this is a very good one as well. We are gonna write, let's say, eczema here in the search bar and search. We are getting searching. Oh, there we go. Do you see how many questions came up? So all of these are the things that you can actually answer. You can just post one of these every day. And some of them are very close together, so you can pretty much move around your sentences and your keywords and rephrase things and make another post about it. You can also use these ideas for your blog posts as well. It's the same way to find content for your blog posts or any other type of platform that you are looking for content. So now this is going to hurt your neck a little bit. So what I would recommend is to do download CSV file so you can get a spreadsheet of all those ideas. You see now you have, ooh, so many. Okay, let me go like this. So many. It's like 394. Like that's a whole year's worth of content and some more. And again, please make sure that you get rid of the ones that may not fit you. I'm going to close that. And the next one is a title generator. I like this because you can use this in different ways. You can, when you put a word here, eczema, it's not gonna give me, if I do it, I use it as a verb, it's not gonna give me stuff that are that relevant. So this is a noun, so I'm gonna search for it as a noun, and I'm gonna say submit. Let's see. Apply these 8 secret techniques to improve eczema. Let's see. Best that doesn't really fit. Let's say eczema relief. Submit. Eczema relief. Oh, I can go through it. Eczema relief is your worst enemy. Let's see. Did I select the wrong verb? Sorry, that's the verb. Here are 7 ways to eczema relief better, faster. Eczema. Here are 7 ways to eczema relief. Imagine you. Just go through it. The really obvious ways to eczema relief, better than you ever did. Okay. 7 critical skills to eczema relief. 7 little known ways to eczema relief. Yes. I mean, it's just so many of them. And do you know how to relieve eczema? Learn from these simple tips, things like that. It's just to give you an idea, but there's so many different ones to go through it and try to find it. I would say make a list of all of these ideas, all of these titles, I should say, that you want to use later on, because we're going to start batching our content. Next class, we are going to start the caption creation. I am going to give you different frameworks for that. And we are basically create captions for these titles that you are creating this week. And then we are going to make a whole content batch. So that's another one. There's a couple of links there about hashtags that I gave you. This is extra information for hashtags. Metahashtags.com is a pretty cool hashtag search platform. I can show you this. Let me switch my screen. All right, here you go. This is metahashtags.com. Let's write eczema relief in the search bar and generate. And I'll show you why I like it. Because most of the hashtag search platforms don't show the pictures, right? And when I see the pictures of the hashtags, what these hashtags were used for, I have a better idea of if these are more kind of pictures, lifestyle pictures, if it's a consumer picture, if it's a seller business picture. So that's how it gives me an idea of the hashtag. Also, I like these numbers here because it shows you. Now, if you use eczema relief, this was used 180,000 times. And 18 of the eczema relief, hashtag eczema relief, is posted 18 times in 1 hour on the Instagram platform. So in order to rank with this hashtag, meaning in order to be seen, in order to get visibility with this hashtag, means that you need to have an account with at least more than 100,000, 150,000 followers. Now, if you look at low, 114 low, it says sometimes this will say medium, sometimes it will say low. This means when they post this hashtag, 114 is the number of the views or engagement that this hashtag usually gets. So if the average amount of views and the engagement you get per post is not around 114, not around 100 or so, then it is very difficult for you to rank for this hashtag. Versus if you go to the bottom, eczema relief moisturizer. So this hashtag was only used 189 times. That's very low. And 7 is the low rate. Look, nobody's really posting it every hour, right? So it's not even averaging 1 per hour on Instagram platform. And 7 is pretty low, which means that if you're getting 7 views or 7 people engaging with your post on average, it is very highly likely that you will rank on this post. And same for this one, eczema relief pH. Look at this, very, very low. So don't sleep on this. You know why? Because if you use eczema relief with 180,000 posts, you will not be shown to anyone. Pretty much. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 if you're lucky. 1 or 2 people that actually follow you, but definitely never anyone that doesn't follow you. But if you use eczema relief moisturizer, it is highly likely that Instagram is going to show you to most of those 189 people, and most of them probably are the people that are not even following you. Or eczema relief pH, right? It's very low. 1, like if you're getting 1 view or 1 comment per post, you will be shown to most of these 54 people by Instagram, even if they don't follow you. So think about those things. These are all strategies. That's why it's important what type of hashtags you use, and that you research your hashtags before you post. You shouldn't just randomly post any hashtags, because you won't be able to anticipate where you're going to be ranking or if you're going to be visible to anyone. So this is a really good strategy to do. So, and then there's displaypurposes.com. You can go through it and look at it yourself for hashtags. So here is a little bit of side tip. Where to post your content. This content creation process could be strategy could be used for pretty much anything on social media, or anything on digital media. You can use these on Instagram feed, Instagram stories, reels, Instagram live, IGTV. Also for your newsletter and blog, you can use these content creation strategies. And you can use it for Facebook page, Facebook stories, Facebook groups, Facebook live, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest. So think about all of these platforms and use the content creation strategies and frameworks for all of these platforms. Here's another little bit of information. This is basically a little guide to show you how often you need to post, what is recommended. IG feed, they say 1 a day, but that may be too much, guys. Actually, if you look at all your social media influencers or big brands, they post about 2 to 3 times tops a week. So go with that. IG stories, though, that's definitely once a day. Those are 24-hour snap stories. So you do need to use IG stories every day, at least 4 to 8 a day. And think about it, IG stories is basically for you to post multiple pictures or multiple videos and create a story. So that's why you need multiple of them. This is going to be something you need to do every day. And that's why I think it is very important that you make another content calendar for yourself for the stories only, because that's all you need is the visual content, the graphics for that, or videos, or and the titles, because you don't need big captions for that, unless you want to put some captions in your video because you are talking and things like that. Reels twice a day, and reels is only 15-second videos. These are like TikToks. This is the most organic way of getting visibility and engagement on Instagram right now, because they're pushing it a lot. Because TikTok kind of took over the video process a little bit, Instagram is trying to be the new TikTok with the reels. So that's why there's a lot of organic reach. I would definitely recommend you to use reels and use at least twice a day. Again, 15-second videos, but make sure to keep them in your niche, keep it in your niche. And reels, I think they have a longer life than the stories. They have longer than 24 hours in the stories. And also, It's going to be kept in your feeds if you are posting on your feeds. If not, it's going to be on your Reels tab forever, I guess. IGTV, this is recommended once a week. Again, this is a good one. If you want to give value, then this is a very good one. IGTV, that one stays for a while. And IG Live, again, recommended 1 week. What you can do is you can go live on IG and then just upload it to IGTV so you make it evergreen. And again, live is good for engagement and also good for valuable information. YouTube, this is recommended maybe twice a month or once a week, depending on what you want to do. And newsletter, 1 to 3 times a week. Blog, 4 to 8 times a month. Because I mean, newsletter and the blog are almost the same, but you know, for the newsletter, you can send also product information. But for blog, give more value, definitely. Facebook page, once or twice a day. Again, you don't have to do it once or twice a day. You can do it maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Facebook group, make sure to engage and post once a day on Facebook groups. This is very, very important for your engagement. If Facebook stories, again, 4 to 8 times a day, and you can always sync that with your Instagram. Also, your post, you can sync them all with Instagram so that it is posted on both platforms and you don't have to worry about posting twice. And then Pinterest, please don't sleep on Pinterest. I'm gonna have another tutorial about Pinterest, especially if you have a handmade craft type of business, or if you are if your audience is women, moms and things like that. Don't sleep on Pinterest, guys. Pinterest is a very good tool. Pinterest is actually a search engine with pictures, and it is evergreen. You will see pictures from 5 years ago on Pinterest, right? And that can even attract someone years later. So what I recommend you to do is whatever you post on your website or your landing page, pin it. Now, don't upload your pictures to Pinterest. Make sure to go through the page that those pictures are on, like your product page, like your blog post, right? And then pin it from the website. So that way it will be automatically linked to that page. And when someone clicks on that picture, they are going to end up being in your page, which is great traffic. So, especially if you're giving valuable information, also put good pictures for interest as well, so that people find you there, because there's a lot of people looking for really real information on Pinterest. So don't sleep on that. And this is the homework. So I need you to fill out the content creation worksheet I'm gonna send you. And for those that I'm posting the video, I'm gonna also give you the link down below. And by utilizing the content creation strategies you learned today, create content titles for every day of the month. So fill out your content creation worksheet, the chart I showed you, and also you use the strategies we talked about, use the links that we talked about, the title generation links and such, and make a count, like put it on a spreadsheet, or all your titles, put them on a spreadsheet for each day of the month, or even maybe more if you want to make it 3 months or whatever. And then find 10 hashtags for each title. Not 30, just find 10, because we're always going to mix and match, right? We're going to pick out the best ones, then we're going to mix and match. So find 10 hashtags for each title. They don't have to be exactly separate for each title. Obviously, that's going to be like 3,300, hashtags. But find as many as you can, mix and match, make sure they're relevant, make sure they're consistent with your niche. And also, I'm gonna send you a link of the IG story captions for visibility and engagement, and I need you to post one every day. These are captions like for visibility. This is where you actually tag your, maybe the influencers in your niche, the big brands in your niche, people that you look up to, brands or businesses you follow and you want to be like, things like this. Don't hesitate doing this. Number one, this gives them more visibility. And don't think that they are not engaged. They know when you do this. They really like it because you're bringing them more visibility, more engagement. And also, this is going to show Instagram that you are interested in this type of content. The person, whoever you tagged, or the company, whoever you tagged, you are interested in this type of content. So now, the more you do this, the more Instagram is going to show you to their audience. This is not stealing audience, guys. This is basically you are showing more visibility to each other, and you are showing your audience to each other to gain more visibility and engagement. So don't hesitate tagging people that are relevant to your niche. Also, for the engagement, these are small, engaging little sentences that you basically put your own content in it and modify it and post it. It could be like, oh, my horoscope is Capricorn. What is yours? It could be that the last book I read was da 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 da. What are you reading right now? Things like that. Small story captions that will engage and make people comment and like. So this is the homework. And if you have any questions, we are going to jump into questions section. And for those, if you're watching it, if you're watching the replay, please either send me an email or comment below, or you can shoot me a DM on Instagram at KarmaDNA Life, and I will answer to your questions. And also let me know what else you want to see in the next class or next video. Instagram School Day 3 is going to be all about captions, so I'm going to need you to have all your titles ready. Captions are obviously going to take longer time for you, but we're going to go into caption creation in the Day 3. So if no questions, have a great day. If questions, I'm going to stop recording and we will take